it's me again. Sorry I didn't update in quite a while. A lot's been happening. Well, the first 2 months of my second trimester I thoroughly enjoyed because I traveled, went to Phuket, went to the beach. I was a lot more mobile and I could walk around a lot, and I was just enjoying my pregnancy like it was normal, because the first trimester was hell, being on bed rest for 5 weeks, the last 5 weeks of that trimester, because of bleeding, and then that resolved itself. It was a subchorionic hematoma and it resolved itself, and I thought, yes, out of the woods, I'm fine, and I was enjoying it and I was being mobile. The first trimester also I put on 7 kilos, which is a freaking lot, and it should be just 2 to 3 kilos. I think it's because I was on bed rest for so long and inactive, and that's why I put on so much weight. Because this trimester, the second trimester, the 4th month, I put on, I think it was 2 kilos, which is what it should be, and then the next month, the 5th month, I put on just 1 kilo, just slightly less than 1 kilo, because I was so active and stuff. And going into my 20-week scan, which is a fetal anomaly scan, it's just a scan, routine scan that everyone gets at the about 20-week mark to see if the baby is developing okay. So they can even look at things like the heart chambers, the brain, all the fingers and toes, whether she has a cleft or not. And I was really worried going into it because on the outside, I still don't really look pregnant. I just look like I'm chubby, and I've got friends who are less pregnant than I am in terms of time frame, and yet they were showing a lot more like they had a belly, and I just look like my normal self, just a little chubbier. So, see, when I was in Phuket, I did blog about, yay, my baby bump's here, you know, because I had a little bump. But then I realized maybe it's just Thai food or something, because it was just bloat or something, because it went away when I came back to Singapore. Now my belly is like hardening and it's popping out a bit, but I still think it's a bit small for 5+ months now. Especially when I compare to other people, which I know I shouldn't, but I can't help myself. So it made me worry. And plus my mom mentioned the other day, before I went for my scan, she mentioned, because I said, oh, you know, my tummy is still so flat, but my friend's zone is protruding already. And she said, oh, maybe your friend has a lot of fluid in there. So, and then it got me googling, and I thought, oh my god, is it flat because I don't have enough amniotic fluid for the baby? And yeah, that was another panic going into the 20-week scan. But as it turns out, everything's fine. The baby is the right size for the gestational age she's at. So she's not like bigger. Usually if you have gestational diabetes, or if you're a bigger frame person, your baby might measure ahead a few weeks, but she's measuring just on time. So I'm happy with that, you know. I don't need a giant baby. I just want a normal baby size. So she's that. At this point, amniotic fluid is fine as well, so I was worrying for nothing. But then towards the end of the scan, the sonographer mentioned, oh, your placenta is covering the birth canal, and I didn't really hear it, so I just turned my head and thought, what? And she said, your placenta is covering your birth canal, and I didn't really know what this meant, but I think it meant like placenta previa is the technical term for it, because I've read about it, because I'm such a worrywart. I read about everything, and I said, because I know there are different stages of it. You can get a marginal one where the placenta just almost reaches the cervix, the birth canal, so that's marginal, and usually it's not so worrisome. It's just a low-lying placenta. And then you get one where it overlaps the canal partly, so overlaps the cervix partly, so that's a partial one. And then there's a complete one where it covers the whole cervix completely. And I said, is it a complete one? And she said yes. So my heart kind of sank, because I knew that this would mean complications. And also, as my doctor later confirmed with me, even though I already googled it, with a complete placenta previa, as your weeks go by closer to term, it will move, but it will hardly move out of the way enough for a normal delivery. So it's most likely, well, if you've got a complete previa, there's no way you can deliver vaginally, because you cannot deliver the placenta first and then the baby after, because the baby needs the placenta, it's its lifeline. So you need to deliver the baby first, and now the baby can't come out because the placenta is blocking its way at the cervix, which is fine because I don't mind a C-section. In the first place, I was deciding between vaginal and C-section anyway, so this just makes my decision easier. But the worry I have is that the complications that could come with it, because with placenta previa like that, especially when it's attached so close to the cervix, you don't have a regular C-section, but you get one that you will bleed more, you hemorrhage more because of the position of the placenta, and so you very likely need like a transfusion. I've had read about that. My doctor also says that usual C-sections you lose about 1 liter of blood, but when he does placenta previa patients, they usually lose 1.5 to 2 liters of blood and would need a transfusion. So I'm on iron tablets to hopefully counter that. So I don't mind the C-section still, it's okay, but I just worry another complication is that you go into preterm labor, like you have to get the baby out earlier. So we are aiming for 37 weeks, which is early, 3 weeks earlier than the 40-week term, but at 37 weeks the baby is mature enough, like it's not considered a preemie. But because it's a complete previa, I'm not sure if I'll make it that far, and that's the worry, because once I start bleeding I'd have to go and stay in the hospital. And I've read in the forums and stuff, some people stay in the hospital for like a month until it's safe for them to deliver the baby safely, and I can't imagine being on bed rest in the hospital for a month. And also I'll probably need to change hospitals to KK because I can't afford to stay in a private hospital where I'm going now, where my guy. The video got cut because I ran out of batteries, but I'm back now. Well, I was just saying that I think I should go to a government hospital like KK hospital just to get my file in and to explain the situation to a gynae there, just in case in the event like in my 3rd trimester I do start bleeding and I need to be monitored in the hospital for a long period of time until I'm ready for a C-section. That would be a lot more affordable. Well, practically not, you don't have to pay any cash if you stay in C or B class ward, because it's all covered by subsidy and Medisave. Because if I do it at Thompson where my gynae is at now, it's gonna cost a bomb. But anyway, see this computer my brother bought for me. So sweet, because he knows I'm going to be working from home a lot. So this is the diagram for placenta previa. Normal placenta is on the side or on the top, so the baby can come out and then the placenta will follow. But for a marginal or partial case, the placenta is usually detected on the side, and if it's detected early, like 20-week scan where I'm at now, this will usually move up towards the end of the pregnancy as the uterus grows and baby can come out, no problem. But what I have is a complete previa, which is this diagram here, and if you can see, the placenta is smack right in the middle and it'll block the passageway for the baby to come out, so it's a definite C-section. And even if the uterus grows, this will shift a little bit, but it'll probably always stay like that, or maybe hopefully end up just like this towards the end of the pregnancy. But either way, I'm looking at a C-section, which I don't mind, because I was planning either C-section or vaginal anyway. I was debating, so it's okay. I just gotta take it easy, modified bed rest first, and when I hit my 3rd trimester, go on a stricter bed rest schedule, just so I don't aggravate the situation, because I don't want to start bleeding and then have to be warded or anything like that. So prayers if you can, and if you know anyone who's going through this situation with a complete previa, not just a partial or marginal one, but a complete one, can you get in contact with me, because I have like so many questions, and it would set my mind at ease if I knew someone. Thanks.